Ladies and gentlemen, we're live. How's it going? Happy Friday. Hope everyone's doing good. Boy, I'm tired. Crypto Junkie, how you doing, man? Good to see ya. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone had a good week. It's been a long week. Long week. But here we are, back with our weekly Kadena news. And I'm excited to get into it. We don't got, I don't know. I consider it not a ton of news, but enough. So, you know, we got a few things to look at. We're going to check out the price. We're going to look at the mock IDO, which has been going on Hypercent. I'm turn this music down a little bit. I can't hear nothing. There we go. Hopefully everything sounds good, audio-wise and all that jazz. But yeah, we've got some other stuff. Yeah, we'll get into it. Before we get started, though, let's get the likes up on this bad boy so we can get some people in here. TH, what's up, man? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Let's get the likes up on this bad boy and share it out a little bit. And we'll go ahead and get started. Now, today I wanted to take a little bit of a look at Bitcoin because, you know, we got some things going on Bitcoin. I think it's going to influence, you know, the rest of the market, obviously. So let's just go ahead and get into it. I'm going to make my camera a little bit smaller. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So we're currently sitting at about $1.59. Now, what I'm seeing form, actually, let's recap on last week. So last week we had this ascending triangle, basically, that I was kind of assuming that we were forming, but it did break to the downside. And then last week's stream, we were looking at right about around here in this price range. I told you guys I assumed we were going to come back down here and kind of test this area, which we did, but we did get a bounce. And we do have kind of a rounding bottom. There we go. We do have kind of a little bit of a rounding bottom forming here. So, you know, I think Bitcoin is going to be very, very important here because we're kind of at the, the turning point. You know, could this be the bottom? You know, we got a lot of things. So if we just start here at the 4 hour, I do believe we've got this Adam and Eve forming. Now, if you guys don't know what a Adam and Eve is, it's basically you get this kind of V-shaped pattern here, and then you get a rounding bottom, and that will kind of come up to this neckline here, right? So, and we're going to look at the MACD and the RSI here, a few supporting things. But we got a little bit of a breakout here of this neckline, and now we're retesting it, right? So basically, you know, we could reject and come back down, but, you know, this is a bullish pattern, so you'll come from a downtrend into it, and then this will be like a little bit of a reversal. Now, is this going to be the bottom? I highly doubt it, but, you know, obviously we'll have to see. But we got this break through this neckline, and I expect us to hopefully come back up here to about 24,000. That's assuming that we are bullish. Now, we've got a lot of things. You know, we've got the interest rates and all that kind of stuff coming up here in the middle of the month. And, you know, that will affect the markets, obviously. But I think up until then, you know, if this ends up playing out good, we could see a test of about 24K. But here's the thing. If we look at the 4 hour here, you can see we're actually curving down right now. And same with the RSI also. Oops. Same with the RSI also. We're way up here at the top, you know, pretty overbought. So, you know, could we come down here and actually reject? I think that's a good possibility. And if that happens with KDA, I would kind of expect us to, you know, retest this same support again. I know it's probably monotonous saying, oh, we're going up a little bit, but we'll probably come down again, and that's just how the bear market is, right? Do we come back up to this neckline? We'll really just have to see. But if we do, and we do have a breakout here, you know, we could, you know, have a retest and then kind of continue up into that $2.40-ish, in that $2.40-ish range like I was talking about last week. But really, we're just going to have to see. Now, we do have, I think it was on the 2 hour. Let me see here. Yeah, so on the 2 hour, I think we have a bit of bearish divergence forming. So, you know, you've got this high here and a higher high, and then we've got a high here and a lower high, right? And then same with the RSI. So, you know, that could be some bearish divergence that could play out here on the 2 hour and bring us a little bit back down here, this $1.50 range. But as I've been saying for quite a while, really anything in this range, if you guys are accumulating, you're really good to go. This is turning out to be a pretty strong support here. We do currently have 1, 2, and now 3. I mean, I guess you could consider this probably like 4, but we have multiple tests of this support. So I think it's very likely that we do have a little bit of a reversal, but I feel like we've been saying that over and over and over again, and we just continue to not get any sort of reversal. So let's just go ahead and take a look at the coin market cap here real quick. You can see we are still at rank 98, and the volume's up quite a bit today, so that's good. But, you know, price is just kind of hanging out, doing whatever. So, you know, not really too much to say about that there. Let's go ahead and get into the news for this week. So we've been looking at these project spotlights that Kadena's been doing, and it looks like next on their list is Calend. Now, this is a DeFi project. I don't know if you guys have heard of Cascade, but I actually just released a video this week on Cascade. So if you guys want to go check that out and see about Cascade, make sure to do so. Crypto Junkie says anything under $2 is a great buy for KDA. I completely agree. And, you know, since we're really seeing a lot of support in these current prices that we're at, it gives me more confidence that we won't see, even if Bitcoin does come back down, I don't think we're going to see a crazy amount of downside on KDA because I just don't really think there's a ton of sellers right now. Or at least that's what it's looking like. Now, maybe if Bitcoin goes really bearish and we break down to like 14K, people might get a little scared and, you know, dump their bags. But in my opinion, you just drive the price down further for me to, you know, buy more. So it is what it is. But anyways, it looks like Calend's going to be next on their spotlight. Now, they did have a little article here. I figured we could read over it a little bit. Now, I was going to make a video on Calend, but this is the very odd thing to me about this. This project didn't have a website. Their Discord was barely set up. Like, they didn't have roles or I think they had like 2 channels in the whole server. So, you know, a little weird there that they, you know, are really just getting started and they're already getting this spotlight. Whereas, you know, if we look at Cascade on the other hand, you know, obviously, you know, we don't want competition, but if we look at Cascade, you know, they had a white paper, website, all this stuff. So, you know, maybe they're next on the list. Who knows? But when they do release more info on Calend, I will make sure to make a in-depth video kind of going into it. So, you know, be on the lookout for that in the future. But for now, we can take a look at this. So, we're just going to start here. I don't want to read the whole thing, but how do you explain Calend in simple terms? Give us your elevator pitch. So Calend is a decentralized lending borrowing protocol with an algorithmically set interest rates based on supply and demand, allowing users to exchange the time value of assets on Kadena frictionlessly with instant liquidity and insurance pools. In addition, Calend protocol has several innovative features, including dynamically adjusted close factor, risk-adjusted borrowing man, this is a lot to say. Risk-adjusted borrowing capacity, stabling pool that increase capital efficiency and lower friction for liquidations. The protocol is based on proven protocol designs with adaptations to the specific technical requirements of Kadena. Wow, I did not expect them to throw so many big words in there. I am too tired to be trying to read all this, but share with us your background on how you got started in the space. So the founding team has more than 10 years of engineering and blockchain experience combined with working experience and education backgrounds from top institutions like Google, Apple, and Stanford. That's pretty impressive, I gotta be honest. And our team has a lot of startup experience, and co-founders are serial entrepreneurs. So, you know, obviously that's really good for any new project. You want the team to be, you know, experienced in what they're doing, and it's also a, you know, plus when they have experience with startups and other kind of companies or projects in the past. So, you know, some of these guys having some of these pretty high up backgrounds is pretty interesting to me, and, you know, I'm sure they will dox the team and all that in the future. But I don't want to go on this too far. You guys can, read the rest of this if you want. So, exciting to see what Callan will bring out in the future. And, we'll be looking forward to the Project Spotlight video on that whenever the Kadena team releases it. Let's go ahead and move on. So next we had the Miners of Kadena IDO. We talked about that last week. This week they started all their rounds, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I've not been following this super closely because I'm not in the U.S. I can't even partake in it. So, there's really no sense for me to be on top of it, besides letting you guys know what's going on. So, they did their round one. So the sale reached 50% within less than 5 hours, which is pretty impressive. And this clearly shows that the project can still raise and build on Kadena regardless of market conditions. We can't say that the same about launches on other blockchains, and I think that's very true. The thing about it is, the Kadena community is we're so tight-knit, and we stay on top of these kind of things so much that it doesn't really matter if it's a bear market or not. We've got this kind of bedrock fan base. So, when these projects are coming out, there's plenty of people that are already interested in them. And, I think a lot of people that were in the bull run, the last bull run, they really want to get in on projects very early because they've seen how beneficial it was for all the people that were getting in on projects very early, right? So I think, it's not really going to be an issue. So it's very good to see that they, did 50% in less than 5 hours. That's pretty impressive. So, I think they're going to sell out most of their rounds because, Miners of Kadena is one of the more popular NFT projects, I would say, on Kadena right now, just because of their, game that they have planned and a lot of things. So, very exciting. Congratulations to you guys. I hope, the rest of the rounds go good and everything sells out. And let's go ahead and move forward. So we're going to take a look at the ecosystem report for June. I didn't get to look at last month's because we kind of started this weekly news thing after it already came out, so it was a little too late. But with the start of July, let's take a look back at the accomplishments, oh my goodness, that Kadena has made during the month of June. So in June, we've made strides in establishing our ecosystem as more projects and builders were introduced through Kadena Eco's Spotlight series, such as Lago and DNA Tech. We talked about that last week. We've also announced our hiring and growth plans and strategy towards better developer documentation, which we know is very, very important. I actually have a video on that. It goes over kind of how all these new documentation and all that they have planned is going to play a huge role in, builders coming to Kadena and really making the ecosystem as great as we know it can be. So completed milestones. They were at Decentral in Austin. They announced the dock overhaul. We got that Lago Finance Spotlight, the DNA Spotlight. And then Kadena announces hiring and growth plans, and then the Marmalade update that we looked at last week. So additionally, we've seen growth from our individual ecosystem projects, such as KD Launch and Hypercent, helping community projects launch their IDOs. And then DNA Tech's first partnership with Steve Olson, Lago Finance's new website, and much more. So here is the ecosystem summary. So KD Launch helped launch DocuShield IDO, which we really covered in depth with that. I actually have a interview with Adrian on the channel, so you guys can go check that out if you don't really know much about DocuShield, but that's a project to keep an eye on. So Lago Finance launches their website. I think we looked at that in the video I did on Lago Finance. You guys can also check that out. DNA announces first partnership. CADEX unveils their new analytics tool for its DEX. We looked at that last week. Hypercent reveals their token sales system. And then CADEX announces a partnership with ImmuneFi. I think we also covered that last week as well. So be on the lookout for more projects and builders on our official ecosystem list as we feature more projects on Kadena Eco's Project Spotlight series soon. Now, I wanted to really take a look at this because there's a ton of FUD going on around a lot of these projects in the space. People just flat out calling them scams, and I have no idea where people get this stuff from or why they say it. But I just want to make it clear of the projects that are on this, right? This is a official ecosystem list from Kadena, right? So, we see KD Swap and KD Launch. There's been a lot of people, saying stuff about, KD Swap when it launched and all that. And Back Alley, this is another one, and we're going to talk about this a little bit more here in a second, but I have seen a ton of people calling Back Alley a scam because they did their token sale or whatever it was, and then, you know, they kind of went quiet. And you know, that is fault of their own for not saying anything. But you know what? We'll talk about this in a second. Let's continue with this. So you can basically see all these here. In my opinion, if you see a project on this list, you should consider it legitimate because Kadena is literally showing it as the official ecosystem, right? So even UFO Gaming, I've covered them a few times on the channel, and I know a lot of people have been very questionable about UFO, and I think that's fair. The token and price action is very odd, and you know, the game and a lot of other things that they show off and talk about, it seems to kind of get dragged on, you know, like some other projects that we know. But, you know, that's just part of the game. Like I said, you know, developing takes time. As long as they're communicating and staying updated, that's, you know, whatever. So, you know, check that out. Let's go ahead and move on. So along with the best technology, Kadena is making sure to hire a world-class team to support the growth and adoption of Web3, which you can read about here at this blog. And then we continuously expand our ecosystem. There are exciting plans that we want to showcase, such as updates for Marmalade, Kadena Eco project spotlights, and many more. So you can check a extensive list here at the Kadena roadmap. So here's some upcoming milestones. We're going to get another update and roadmap for Marmalade, which I think is very, very good. We were just talking about this last week about how this needs to be discussed, you know, just way more communication on pretty much everything. So good to see that they're going to update and give a roadmap for Marmalade. I don't know why they never put a roadmap out for that a long time ago, but it's good to see it now. Crypto Junkie says documentation on Pact is going to be huge to bringing builders. Yes, it really will be because, you know, a lot of builders, and I think a lot of devs right now, because it is in bear market and now's the time to start building things, right? So, you know, with the problems that ETH, and I've spoke on this many times, but with the problems that, you know, ETH and Avalanche and all these other layer ones, you know, Solana, all these layer ones that are having issues, people are going to get tired of it, and they're going to want to go somewhere where they're not going to have to deal with the crap, you know, and they're going to want to look for something that's more secure, something that's a lot easier, and just all the things that Pact and Kadena bring to the table, right? So the problem is right now is these builders are looking, but because there's no documentation, I mean, there's some, right, but not good enough. It's hard. It's probably hard for them to find it. And when they do find it and they get into it, you know, we've seen Steve from KDA Bets, you know, he'll get on the KDA Bet Twitter and just start, you know, asking questions about Pact and stuff because he can't find any answers. And that is a real issue, right? So, you know, that was the whole purpose of, you know, having the Pact developer network. If you guys are builders, you know, hop in there and ask questions and you know, discuss things with people. You know, I have plans in the future to really get that popping a lot more, but it's just been, I have way too many things on my plate already, to be honest with you. So anyways, developer update from the team, great. More Kadena Eco project spotlights, great. And announcements regarding new builders creating key DeFi infrastructure. So I would assume they're referring to, you know, Calend and Cascade. So that's pretty much it for the June report. I think it was a pretty good month for Kadena, and I think next month's going to be even better. You know, as we see a lot of these things that they're talking about start to roll out, especially with Marmalade and all these other things coming out, you know, I'm just waiting for it to start popping. So this brings me to the thing with Back Alley, right? This project, right, they just don't communicate, and that's the biggest issue. And I was actually in their Telegram, and the reason why I wanted to speak on this is because I don't think it's fair for people to run around saying things are a scam unless, you know, you have proof that something's a scam. I just don't think it's fair. And I also think it's, you know, counterproductive to the growth of the ecosystem because, you know, if people are calling every single project on Kadena a scam, it's going to turn a lot of new investors away from wanting to get into Kadena. Why would you want to invest into a platform when you hear that, oh, this project's a scam, that's a scam, this is a rug pull, that, you know, whatever. So, you know, if you hear that as a new investor, that's going to turn you away instantly. And that's not what we want. So, you know, the other side of that page, Back Alley should be way more communicating with things. I mean, their last tweet was May 27th, right? And I mean, that's months ago. So if you get in the Telegram, you know, they talk about like this week or next week, they're going to have their beta for BKA staking and their platform. They've even showed it off there. So, you know, if anybody in the Back Alley team is in here currently, you know, I'm more than happy to, you know, make videos for you guys. You don't got to pay me, just update me with stuff and I will, you know, let the community know. I want all these projects to succeed. I cannot talk today. I want all these projects to succeed. So, you know, whatever I can do to get the word out, you know, I'll do it. But, you know, go in the Telegram and look at the things that they've got planned. I really think it'll change a lot of people's opinion on, you know, the project. But, you know, the Back Alley team's got to step it up with this communication, specifically since they're on the, you know, official Kadena Eco, you know, roster. I think it's important that they, you know, pick that up a little bit. So I just wanted to put that out there. And anybody who, you know, is maybe questioning, you know, if you got some BKA, if you're in trouble, you know, oh, should I have not bought that? You know, just wait and see. I think that this week and next week, they're going to put out some stuff and we'll probably cover it in next week's news, but I just wanted to bring that up. Let's go ahead and move on. So here are 3 key reasons why Kadena is the right home for builders, developers, and miners looking for the blockchain that will revolutionize Web3 space. So as we were just discussing, you know, getting builders on Kadena right now in this bear market is the most important thing, really, I think that the Kadena team can do, besides, you know, upping their communication. But it's very, very good here. You know, we got that $100 million grant out there. So, you know, that's very attractive to people that want to build. But, you know, putting out these kind of articles and things that will, you know, maybe if people were questioning the idea or, you know, they find this and it's the first thing that they see, these are the kind of things that are going to bring in builders. And I think that's a really good thing. I was going to read over this, but I don't really think most of you guys will care, you know, unless you're an actual builder. And if you're here, you probably already know what you need to know. So very exciting to see the Kadena team putting this kind of content out to get more people in. Now, another project I wanted to bring up, now it's not crazy news, but Stake Factory showed their little adding liquidity thing. You know, nothing crazy, but it's good to see that they are building. And if you guys are not aware of what Stake Factory is, once they get a little bit more info out, I will do a video covering the project as in depth as I can. But it is a layer 2 DeFi solution on Kadena, and they're actually going to basically, you're going to be able to stake all your NFTs that are on Kadena on this platform and be earning. I don't know if it's a token. Like I said, I haven't really looked into it too much, but you're going to be earning some sort of yield off your NFTs, which is going to be very important because if you guys are buying a lot of these NFTs very, very early, you know, that's a lot of KDA, depending on which project you bought. That's a lot of KDA, you know, that's just sitting there in that NFT that, you know, maybe could have just been sitting in Kadena, right? So, you know, that's one of the things with NFTs personally with me is that NFT that I'm buying with that KDA. So let's say the NFT is 20 KDA, right? If I look at that NFT, will that NFT be valued, you know, kind of more than that KDA that I spent on it? That's kind of how I judge if I'm going to buy an NFT or not. But, you know, right now in the early stages, I'm just kind of buying a lot of these early ones just because I want to support the projects and I want to help them. And, you know, especially when we get way down the line and there's a ton of people into Kadena, you know, we're going to be the OGs with the Kitty Cad NFTs and the cool retro bulls and all that kind of stuff that people, you know, probably won't be able to get their hands on. But the main reason of me talking about this is because you're going to have all those NFTs. You're going to want to earn something off them, right? So, you know, if you guys haven't looked into Stake Factory, I definitely suggest to. We're going to stay up to date with this project because I think it's going to play a big role in the DeFi, you know, with Calend and Cascade. So, our last bit of news here, KD Swap. This actually came out, I think, just a few hours ago. I think so. So we've added a new tab to KD Swap, and this is the Learn tab. So you can watch small videos about KD Swap and DeFi in general. Tell us what you think about the new additions and send us some suggestions for our next educational videos. So, you know, if you guys got any ideas, drop them in the comments. I'm sure they would appreciate that. But I really, really like this Learn tab because, you know, when you're coming into a platform, if you have no idea what you're doing, it can be very hard. Now, I will say I have a video on how to buy the KDS token and how to use some of the things on here already. But, you know, obviously people shouldn't have to go to YouTube. Having it right here on the platform, people can come in and just learn. That's great. And as, you know, KD Swap is basically the main DEX for Kadena right now. I think it's very important to have these videos here for new investors and people that are coming into the ecosystem. We've got one on how to connect your wallet, how to do swapping, price impacts, slippage, adding liquidity. So, you know, just a lot of things that are general DeFi things that people might not know if they're new, but also how to do these things on this platform. So, you know, this is a great step in the right direction. Good job, Katie Swap team. I think you guys are making a good choice with doing this kind of stuff. So, you know, we're almost at that 30 minutes. Like I said, it was a little bit of a light day today. If you guys got any questions or anything you want to ask me, go ahead and throw it in the chat. But if not, we're going to just go ahead and wrap it up. I'm going to go lay down and chill. Like I said, man, this week has been excruciating. I don't know what it was with this week, but it's just like every day it was just, I don't know. It is what it is, you know, that's life. But I'm very excited to see where the price goes in the next couple weeks. I think a lot of people are very, very skeptical on us going up, and I think that's very fair. It seems like anytime we get any sort of little bit of a relief, we just end up going right back down. Like I said, if this Adam and Eve plays out, you know, I think we could definitely see about 240. But if we get up to about 240, I would look at taking... Damn, I always do that with that fucking brush. If we do get up that high, I would take a little bit of profit if you're buying down here. You know, maybe think of take a little bit of profit up there and wait till we come back down. If you think, you know, that's worth doing. I had a little bit of an idea doing that, but I really don't like the idea of even selling KDA, to be honest with you. But I think there's some good money to be made on swings and stuff whenever we do get a relief rally, if we get one. Thanks, Crypto Junkie. I appreciate you, man. Cairo, what's up, man? How you doing, bud? Good to see you in here. Hope you're enjoying the stream. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for me today. If you guys don't have anything else, we're gonna get out of here. Make sure to tune in next week. We got quite a few videos coming out. I was planning on pumping out a lot more videos this week, but like I said, it's been really hectic. So this week we've got quite a few videos that will be coming out eventually. I think I'll probably have one out tomorrow. So I haven't scheduled it yet, but it'll probably be out. So, you know, stay updated on that. Also, oh, one last thing I almost forgot to say. We still have this giveaway going on. If I can find it in my newsfeed, let's just go here. The giveaway that we were doing with Kadena Project Network is still on. I think they're going to run it for this entire next week. So if you guys aren't entered in that yet, make sure to do so. It's about $1,000 in KDA, $250 in KDL, and $250 in KDS you guys can win. So, you know, you can go ahead and click here and do what you need to do to get entered in that, but make sure to do that. Also, if you guys haven't already, followed me here at hidden_crypto. But that's going to be it. Thank you, Crypto Junkie, TH, everybody that's here. I appreciate you guys. Barbaric Puma, what's up, man? Love what you're doing. I'm a mod, the Back Alley team. Let me know if you ever want to chat. Yeah, I actually seen you in there, bro. I seen you in there. We'll have to get together and talk. I'd really like to help you guys get the word out a little bit more. I think if you guys just let people know what was going on, I think the project would take a complete 180, because I just hate seeing good projects. I know you guys are keeping your head down and building, but I just hate to see good projects get fudded. It really sucks. And I know you guys are not a scam, and I know a lot of the community knows that too, but you know, when people say that and it kind of catches on, you know, things can kind of snowball really quick. So yeah, we'll be in touch for sure. Soon. What's up, man? Haven't seen you in a couple streams. A few streams ago, we actually answered your question about the Galenas thing that you emailed me about. You know, if the Kadena team was linked and all that. Good to see you, man. Crypto Crash Farmer, what up, man? How you doing? So yeah, you know, I hate to say it, but we're at the end of the stream. So thanks everybody for coming in. We're gonna go ahead and end it if you guys don't have anything else for me. Give it a second. Let's try to get those likes up to 15 if we can. I'd really appreciate that. Yeah, no problem, Puma. No problem, man. Yeah, been too long, bro. You got to come back around. I appreciate having you here. You're always really active in chat, and I always appreciate when people are talking. Makes my job a lot easier, right? I'm not sitting here just talking to a screen and kind of making stuff up. Who did it? Well, you know, I don't think we really know, but I was giving my opinion on the situation. I do think that some of the things with Galenas is really, really advanced, and probably way too advanced for any just average builder that just, you know, came upon Kadena and started, you know, looking into Marmalade and building. So I, you know, could be on to something. Very, very well could be on to something. You know, like, I think Ryan was saying about how maybe they were just testing the NFTs and stuff like that. I definitely think that could be the case. But I don't know if they'll ever admit that it's actually them. Maybe like way on down the line. But it's very odd how they really just don't say anything. Like Galena's just kind of popped up, and I don't think they ever did any marketing or anything like that. So it just, you know, the community kind of picked it up and just kept going. I've got those Gen 0. I got male and female Gen 0 Galenas. So, you know, I've been debating on just kind of pumping out the Galenas. Because like I was talking about Stake Factory, you will be able to stake the Galenas here. I asked a stupid question in the Telegram asking if you'd be able to stake the Galenas. I guess that should have been pretty self-explanatory. Crypto Crash Farmer, didn't know you do lives. Yeah, man, we do these weekly Kadena news streams every Friday now. We do them at 7 o'clock EST. So, you know, you're just hanging out on a Friday and don't got nothing to do, come on by and hang out with the gang. You know, we just go over some news and just shoot the shit. Oh, oh my goodness, Crypto Junkie, you just reminded me, dude. I completely forgot to add the CADX X wallet thing. I'm glad you said that. Wow, dude. I'm really not on my game today. Yeah, so there you go. Extra news. With the upcoming release of our mobile app, breaking down the barriers of accessibility, we're going to be delivering the X Wallet mobile beta for iOS and Android. But when will it come? That's the real question. I think we did talk. We might have mentioned this last week. But good to see that we're definitely going to have this wallet coming. And I'm going to make a video, I think, here shortly on what's the best wallet to use for Kadena, because I know a lot of people wonder that. You know, personally, I like Zelcore, just because I like the Zelcore team and I like Flux, so, you know, that's how it goes. But thank you for saying something about that. I completely forgot. Yeah, appreciate that. All right, you guys got any other questions for me? You know, while you guys are in here, if anybody's interested in maybe me doing a Q&A stream, I was thinking about doing that. Just kind of answer any random questions. I kind of only do Kadena streams, right? And I really don't want to talk about a bunch of random stuff because these streams are, you know, dedicated to Kadena. So, you know, maybe if you guys are interested in that, I might think about going live, you know, sometime throughout the week, and, you know, we could do that. Good to see everybody in here. Appreciate everybody for coming by and hanging out on this Friday. It's too hot here. Got plenty to do, but nothing. I feel that. I feel that. It's been so nasty outside, man. I don't even want to go do anything. It's been super humid where I live. Puma's right. Smash that like button. We're at 11 likes right now. Let's see if we can get to 15. Joanna, how you doing? Good to see you here. Let's try to see if we can get that get this up to 15 likes before we go off for today. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I really appreciate you guys, like I say, all the time. I really, really, honestly, like, genuinely appreciate each and every one of you. I love doing these streams and coming in here and hanging out with you guys. You know, this community is very slowly growing. We actually hit 5K subs on YouTube this week, which was humongous for me. I never thought that would happen, so I'm eternally grateful. And, yeah, dude. It's awesome. All right, guys. I'm going to go, I don't know. I'm just going to go chill. I'm going to go relax. I'm tired. Go take a nap or something. You guys enjoy your weekend. Everybody stay safe. I will see you guys next Friday, 7 p.m. EST for our next week of Kadena Weekly News. Peace.